Grasshopper Landscaping is quality from the ground up. And we are here at a Sierra Vista home today to talk about what Grasshopper Landscaping has done here. There is no accident why Grasshopper Landscaping has been the #1 landscaper for 10 straight years. If you're looking to get rid of this right here, we've got this hose sitting here, and Catherine ended up making a call that changed everything in her backyard. Catherine, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well, thank you.
It's so lovely to see you, and thanks so much for walking us through here today.
Absolutely.
So Grasshopper Landscaping, what they basically did for you, we're in your backyard, but they did front yard and backyard drip irrigation. Because in the past, what did you have to do with this hose?
I drug that hose all over my yard. I put my timer on, 15 minutes here, 15 minutes there, 15 minutes, and it was like an all-day thing. And it's like, I have got to make this easier for myself. So I called Grasshopper.
And this was the very first time you'd ever worked with them, is them doing your irrigation.
Absolutely. But Grasshopper contracts, I live in Winter Haven, and Grasshopper contracts with Winter Haven, and they take care of all of our common areas. So I was familiar with Grasshopper, and then my neighbor used them for something. So it's like, okay, I'm going to go with Grasshopper.
Well, I think it was the right choice. We know their quality from the ground up. So let's talk about what they did here. This hose, you don't need it anymore. And if you're watching this right now and you have a hose in your backyard that looks like this, you can say, why am I dragging this everywhere? I don't need to do that. Right, Catherine?
Right. It was a hassle, let me tell you.
So what did Grasshopper provide? What did they do?
So they put in I had a rinky-dink system that was put in by somebody else that was rinky-dink, and it didn't work. I was constantly having to try and fix it. So what they did is they came in and they put in a whole new system. May I open that?
Please. Yeah, go right ahead.
They put in this system here, and this is how...
Oh, that's the timer.
This is how I regulate what goes on and where and how long. So this is hidden away, so it's not in the sun. It isn't drying out, getting all brittle like the other system was.
Right.
The other system was connected to the faucet, and it was a hassle. I had to replace it like every year. I had to replace it. So then Grasshopper put in this. They replaced all of this.
Like even the fixtures, even the fittings?
Even the fittings, yes. And they put this in, connected to this, so I can turn off the system. And then they dug a trench in my back. You would not know that they dug a trench in my backyard.
I couldn't even tell where, because when we walked back here before we started airing this, I walked back here and I go, Catherine, I don't understand, where is it going? Because you can't tell.
Yeah, what they did was they broke their team up. It was a one-day thing. I thought this was going to be a multi-day thing. It was a one-day thing because they had a team for the backyard and a team for the front. So the team in the backyard, they dug a trench. They even had to use a grasshopper not grasshopper. They had to use what's that called? Jackhammer.
Jackhammer,
yeah. They had to use a jackhammer because the ground was so, you know how Arizona is.
Yeah, that's
so they did that, and then they laid it. And then what they did was they put lines out to all my existing plants, and so to water. So I said, this is wonderful. I love this. Thank you so much. They even took out a stump that was there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I didn't say anything about it. They just did it on their own.
Wow.
So it was wonderful. So the back system, the hoses, they don't have heads to them. They don't have emitters. But the front system does. So I called them and I said, the back system doesn't have emitters. Is it supposed to? Like that. The next day they were out here and they saying, okay, what is your concern? And I said, well, there's no emitters. Isn't there supposed to be? And they said, no, this is a different type of system. So they explained everything to me. They explained the differences between my systems. I mean, and then this hadn't been, a line hadn't been taken over here to this plant. So they said, oh yeah, there should have been a line there. So right then and there, they didn't say, we'll get back to you in a week. Right then and there, they took care of it.
Catherine.
I am telling you, I am so impressed. And another thing that I'm impressed about is this is a small backyard, and I wasn't asking them to landscape my whole place, redo everything. It's a simple little job, and they took me on immediately. I mean, they didn't put me off. They didn't say, yeah, we'll get to you when we get to you because we have bigger jobs. it was nothing like that. I mean, I wasn't a priority to them, and I felt that.
Yeah, you were. And, thinking about, while this is a small backyard,
It is.
you still had to run the line all the way out to
Yes.
all of the parts of this. So there was a lot of lines and a lot of trenches that had to be
Yes,
dug.
a lot, yes. And the wonderful thing about this is I know where the line is. So if I want to put more plants in, I can. And they showed me how to do that so that I can do that on my own. First class.
Wow.
From my initial contact to today. I love the system they put in.
And I think the next thing we need to do is get rid of that hose forever. Say goodbye, hose. No more.
I know, but I need it to wash my dogs.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. That makes sense. To give the dogs a bath, make sure keep your hoses for that. Because I don't think you can grab your dogs and just wash them under here. I don't think that would work. Catherine, well, this is amazing. Todd, take one more look around, because while this is a quote unquote small backyard,
yes,
there's a lot of space that people, that Grasshopper was able to do, the Grasshopper employees, to be able to make this come all the way across, all the way over here, on the far side, and make it just a one-stop
Very
thing.
cohesive, yes.
Yeah.
And I told them I want it hands off. I don't want to fuss with it.
Yeah.
I just want something in there, and I just want to walk away from it. And that's what they gave me.
You're a young lady, so I'm kind of old. How is the technology when dealing with something like this? Obviously, they walked you through it and they were able to show you stuff. Have you had any issues with the technology side, or do you have all the information you need?
They gave me a handbook for those electrical things in that box. And I did have to look it up because I wanted to add more time. So I did look up on YouTube, and the company is called Node, N-O-D-E, and they had YouTube videos. And so I just looked at those, and then I was able to.
So very simple to make any adjustments that needed to be made.
Absolutely.
And then to make sure that your yard stays beautiful all year round, even on these hot, sunny days here today.
Yes. I love it. And it sounds sappy, but I really do love the fact that this was a small job, and they sent out that I thought was going to take several weeks.
Yeah.
I don't know, a week or so. They sent out a crew for both the front and the back, and took care of me. And then when I had a question, they came back. They didn't say, yeah, whatever. They came back. I mean,
that's why they're the best in the business. 10 straight years, looking for your vote in the Best of Sierra Vista for this coming year. Grasshopper Landscaping did an amazing job just getting irrigation drip systems. If you're tired of dragging that hose around, there is no more reason to do that. You just have to make one call, and that is to Grasshopper Landscaping. You'll always find quality from the ground up, just like Catherine did here, doing something in a simple job or even the large jobs. It doesn't matter. They treat everyone the same and make sure that you are the most important priority to them. Your yard, your happiness, your satisfaction, you not having to break your back dragging a hose, unless it's to water your dog or wash your dog, give your dog a bath. Other than that, that's the only time you should be using your hose, and Grasshopper Landscaping can walk you through every single step of the way. Catherine, go
can
ahead.
I add something?
Please.
They also contacted me before the job, and they said, are there any allergies that you have that we need to know about? And I thought, well, I wasn't expecting that. Who would think of that? Grasshopper did.
They did.
To make sure that whatever they did, it would be okay with me.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, they were the nicest guys.
Yeah.
I would ask them questions, and they'd say, ma'am, this is this, and this is this. And I just can't stop. I mean, I just think they're great.
Well, and you can experience that as well when you make that call to Grasshopper Landscaping. All the information's in the post description. You can be a satisfied customer, just like Catherine, and just like hundreds and hundreds of others, including myself, a satisfied customer of Grasshopper Landscaping myself, getting we ended up doing, this is a joke that I always say that Damon told me. We got some artificial grass in our backyard, and Damon said, Jeff, most people get that artificial grass for their dog. You are the only person I know who got a dog for your artificial grass. And that's what happened, So I mean, it's just from anything and everything, drip irrigation system or irrigation-less system when you want to go to artificial grass and save on water, or you want to make sure you're effectively using your water, which is drip irrigation. That is its whole purpose, to make sure you're not wasting it and using it effectively and efficiently. Grasshopper can make that happen and turn your yard into a backyard oasis.
And they did that. They told me, they said, well, this is how much, how long, and how often you should do it. So they told me, because I didn't know how long I should water and for how many days. So they spelled that out for me. I mean, they gave me everything.
That is what Grasshopper is ready to do for you. Again, you can be just as happy as Catherine is right here, and you can understand what that joy is like when you use Grasshopper Landscaping. Catherine, thank you again for your time today. It was lovely to meet you. And again, for all of your landscaping needs, there is only one name to know, and that is Grasshopper Landscaping, quality from the ground up. Have a great day, everybody. It is hot outside, and make sure the pets stay in the shade or indoors, and make sure you have plenty of water just like they do right here at Catherine's house, and wherever your home is, Grasshopper Landscaping can make it that outdoor oasis that you've always dreamed of. Give them a call today. Have a great day, everybody. We'll talk to you again soon. Awesome. Yay. Look at you. Look at you.
It's all true. It all comes from the heart.